Hey Lions!
I'm Logan Patterson.
And I'm Braden Arnold.
Welcome to this week's weekly announcements.
Come support your fellow Lions this Friday against Hanceville at 7 at Hanceville.
There will be a cross-country meet Saturday, October 24th at Scottsboro.
The cheer competition is this Sunday at North Jackson.
Basketball season just around the corner, Lions.
There will be a junior high game against Asbury at Section on October 26th.
And also a junior high game against Macedonia at Macedonia on October 27th.
Now let's take a look at this week's Student Spotlight.
What's your name?
Ethan,
How old are you?
6,
Favorite color?
yellow,
What's your favorite animal?
cheetah,
What's your favorite thing about school?
fun soda,
What's your favorite subject?
subject, math,
What's your favorite thing to do?
run.
We would like to say congratulations to our homecoming queen, Jennifer Vega.
Now let's take a look at everyone's favorite segment.
Let's head on over to Jake and Lucas's Wild Weather Report.
All right, Monday, October 26th, we have a high of 78 with a low of 61 and 20% chance of showers, but partly cloudy that day. Tuesday, October the 27th, we have a high of 74 and a low of 57, and this trend of coldness continues throughout the week. Wednesday, 73 with a low of 51, sunny. Now up to Lucas.
Rolling on to Thursday, October 29th, we've got a high of 69, low of 51 with a 20% chance of some rain. And then for your football Friday, we've got a high at 64, low of 46, 40% chance of rain that day.
And that's the weather for the week. Come back next week for more weather.
This week we went around and asked the Lions some fun questions.
Let's have a look.
Word is
Pythagorean theorem.
yes.
Pythagorean theorem.
Wow, no, that sounds like
I got no clue. Pythagorean theorem.
Yes. That's it.
Make sure to be on the lookout for our homecoming video.
And head on over to Cafe Roar in the library. Stop by for
No one told you life was gonna be this way. Your job's a joke, you broke. Your love life's
Hey Lions, are you having a bummed out morning? Are you tired and sluggish for studying for that math or science test until 1 a.m.? Well, there's no need to worry anymore because you have Cafe Roar. They have all your needs to start your morning, to get you going, and to have a happy smile on your face throughout the day.
I'll be there.
Check out our new segment, St. Science Minute.
Hey guys, I'm going to welcome you again to the ongoing news segment, St. Science Minute. And so I want to show you a little demonstration today with a few of these chemicals. This is one of my favorite demonstrations. But let's say your mama said, go to Walmart and pick me up some hydrogen peroxide. What do you go look for? You run down the aisle and you quickly look for what?
Hydrogen peroxide.
Good, hydrogen peroxide. What do you see? Like what stands out with hydrogen? The brown bottle, good. Hydrogen peroxide has a chemical formula H2O2. That sounds a lot like water, but it has 2 hydrogens and 2 oxygens. And so why do they put the hydrogen peroxide in a brown bottle?
So it doesn't change color?
So it doesn't change color, that's good. There's a better answer.
So it don't rust.
So it don't rust, there's a way better answer. And if you put hydrogen peroxide, maybe say in like a clear bottle, light.
Change it yellow.
Well, no, not change it yellow, but light breaks hydrogen peroxide down. It breaks it down into water and oxygen gas. And so if we have hydrogen peroxide in this clear bottle, you know, if it sits on the shelf long enough, it just wouldn't be as strong and it'd be basically watered down oxygen, water, and gas. And so that's why they put it in a brown bottle. Now, the hydrogen peroxide you buy at Walmart is called 3% hydrogen peroxide. My hydrogen peroxide is 30% hydrogen peroxide. We know why it's in a brown bottle. Now, why is mine in this accordion bottle?
So you can store it.
Squeeze it down.
Well, remember that that hydrogen peroxide over time, it can break down into water, which is no big deal, and oxygen gas, which is really no big deal. But if you keep that oxygen gas in a closed, rigid bottle, what could happen if it just kept producing gas? It could blow up. It could blow up. And so since this is a stronger hydrogen peroxide, we put it in this accordion bottle so that for safety's sake, it can expand without blowing up. And so there's hydrogen peroxide. And here's hydrogen peroxide. It's hydrogen peroxide just like you get at Walmart, but it's stronger. It's stronger hydrogen peroxide. So I told you it breaks down into water and oxygen, and that's what we're going to do today. Is we're going to break this down into water and oxygen, except it's not going to take very long at all. And so I'm going to add a little bit of soap suds, or soap, in here. This soap is for dramatic effect, right? And so there's the soap. The soap really has nothing to do with the reaction. It's just, you'll see in a second. So there's my hydrogen peroxide. I have another chemical here. This is called sodium iodide. And what it does, it just causes this hydrogen peroxide to break down into water and oxygen really, really quick. And this is technically called the decomposition of hydrogen peroxide. But if you look it up on Google, it's called elephant toothpaste. And so, what are some evidences that we have a chemical reaction occur? Do you know? Can you tell me one way that we know that a reaction's happened? One is heat. Things could get hot, or things could get cold. They can even get cold too. What else?
Smoke.
Smoke. You might see some smoke. Any other ideas? You might see flames or something blow up. You might see light.
Shrink and expand.
Things could expand, shrink, good. And so we're going to see if we see a chemical reaction right here. And so I'm going to add the sodium iodide to the hydrogen peroxide, and let's see what happens.
Oh, that's cool.
And so what's all that? Here's the steam, right? So there's one evidence that something's going on here. It's hot, right? The foaminess, what's causing that foam? What's causing those bubbles? Remember that gas? Remember that hydrogen peroxide breaks down into water and what? Oxygen. And so this right here, inside every one of these bubbles is oxygen gas. And so the reason we put the soap in there is so you can see the gas. And so there's that oxygen gas. And then another thing too is that potassium, or I'm sorry, sodium iodide. Sodium, when it comes in, or not sodium, but iodine, when it comes in contact with a starch or a carbohydrate or something like a paper towel, it'll stain. And it'll actually stain black. So that's an starch indicator, is the iodine that's in here. And so right now, if you feel it, it's warm, and then again, there's the soap showing those bubbles. You saw the steam, and that is the decomposition of hydrogen peroxide or elephant toothpaste.
Red Ribbon Week is coming up this next week, Lions.
Let's have a look at the days.
Thank you so much for joining us this week's weekly announcements.
Make sure to tune in next week for more news.
Go Lions!